Good morning, everyone. I'm just coming on a few minutes early because, as you can see, we're streaming from home today. It's so cold. It's so cold. We didn't leave the house. Um, I would love to know how our sound is going as we get ready to start our balance boost. I see a couple of you in the chat, so let me know, or our balance bounce, I should say. It's interesting. I hear everything really loud. Uh, Hi. Hi. Let me know if the microphone sounds okay. I'm just using my AirPods today and I can bump the music down if you are unable to hear me. This is going to be the posture that we're hanging on to for the next 45 minutes. Kind of, sort of. Sounds good. All right, wonderful. This was a momentary pivot for me of being like, do I want to try to wake my son up, get everybody going, brave the cold, get down to the studio and get ready? Or do I just want to put my rebounder in my living room and pretend like this is how it was meant to be? So that's what we're doing right now. All right, I'm going to put on my timer. It's 8:58. Today we're going to be working on our systems of balance, but we are surely, absolutely 1000% going to get warm first. Like so warm you've never ever been this warm before. Okay? Promise. I feel like it's just impossible no matter what your house insulation is. I just feel that there's a breeze coming behind me. So hi Indigo. Okay, thank you. Y'all let me know if there's anything that sounds off. I'll come forward and check back. I don't have my monitors. So what I do have, you get to see the home plants. They're not nearly as lush because we don't have the sun. I have a resistance loop. This one's a like light to medium. So whatever you like to use. And then I have my, today I have 3-pound weights. We're just going to use them for a little off balance work on the mat, but no big deal. All right, we're at 8:59. So I'm going to invite y'all to join me. I'll put these off to the side, up on your rebounder, and we'll just health bounce for a second until that clock turns, it just turned 9. So welcome. I hope you can see me all right as well. I used to stream from home all the time in COVID, but we don't do that anymore. So the lights that I once have are no longer working in the same way, but hopefully we're all good. We're ready to go. We're here for about 45 minutes. So I want you to join me in the health bounce right now. So feet a little wider than hip width distance. I'm bouncing with sticky socks today because I just felt like wearing as many layers as possible. Okay. And I hope you can see me well. I'm small for myself, so I'm out of the comfort of my big studio, but we'll be all right. All right, we're going to start with just this health bounce and some slow shoulder rolls. We're going to warm up the systems of balance, and it's always really good to get all of our joints juicy at the start of our class, yeah? Let's do one more up and back, and then go ahead and reverse. This is your chance to work out any kinks and also get your upper back warm, which already feels good. Yay. God, I love the body's ability to make itself warmer if it needs to. Every time I go for a walk with the dog, I'm just a anxious bunny, and I think about, like, what if I got stuck out here? What would I do? All right, let's reach our arms out to the side. Bring them all the way out. Cross your left arm in front, right arm in back, and then stretch it out and do the opposite. There we go. Reach it out and cross. Little coordination for us. If you have to take the health bounce out of it, that's okay. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. So reach and cross and reach. Good. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. All right. Bring your arms down. Let's just shake them out as we bounce. So making fists, throwing them to the ground. It's hard to coordinate this. You want to keep those knees bent. Just kind of shake that energy out of your hands. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now we're gonna take your right foot. We're gonna do some ankle rolls here. So take that health bounce out of it. Move your hips, whatever you need to do. Let's go 4, 3. The dog is looking at me and judging me right now. 1. Let's go the other way, outside to in. There we go. So we've got some systems of balance that we're working on today. We are definitely working on our hip flexors. 2 more and then we'll switch to the other side. Good. Left foot, roll that ankle. We're rolling it in the effort to warm it up, not injure it, obviously. So you do your ankle rolls as much or as little as you want. And with any of the standing exercises, you can always bring yourself down onto the floor or the mat, reverse, outside to inside. Just want to feel all the toe joints get really mobile, because as we move through our feet, our ankles, our knees, our hips, we want to have some communication happening. I want to bring those pieces online. Good. All right, so bring it into the center. We're gonna roll to the ball of the right foot, lower your heel down, and roll to the ball, left foot, and lower down. We'll pick up the pace. Right foot, press through your heel, left foot, press through the heel. So a lot of times what happens is we discount the role of mobility in our ankle as part of our balance. But if you think about it, the more mobile your ankle is, the more it knows how to move through space, the easier it is to navigate when you've maybe been pushed off your center, yeah? Let's go 1 more. Good. All right. From here, we're going to start with a little tiptoe. Bring the heat up once again. So we're going to roll right foot, left foot, right foot, left. We got this nice little country beat going on. You all, being a creator and using royalty-free music it is what it is. We make the best of it. So put on your cowboy hat, whip your lasso around, and do this little tiptoe. Right now, we're just warming up toe joints, ankle, stretching through your calf, pushing down, and getting some warmth into this body. All right, so if any of these, this is a small weight shift, but if any of the small weight shifts are more than you're able to handle, just put 2 feet down and just go back into your half bounce. This is a great bounce. Here we go. Here we go. Right, left, you have to get on it. The half bounce is such an overlooked bounce. Why are you looking at me like this? Take your shame somewhere else, dog. Go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it out a little wider. Now we're into our bounce balance. All right, pushing through your heels, bending on your toes, and trying to spread those toes out as much as you can, just so you get a lot of surface connection through the bottom of your feet. Good. All right, we're gonna take this into doubles, working on just the tiniest bit of balance. So we're gonna go 2, 2, 2. You don't have to shift your weight super far. You're just pushing down and using that half toe as a little kickstand as you shift. Yeah. 4, 3. We're gonna go single, single, double. Here we go. Single, single, 2. Single, single, double. I wish you could see the face this dog's giving me, like, he knows we're not in the right place. He also knows he gets a COOKIE before we teach, so I think that's what the face is coming from. Last one, single, single, back to singles, side to side. How are we feeling? Getting a little warmer. All right, bring both heels down, find that health bounce. It's a little slower cadence, so I want you to really push, 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 push. Good. All right, 4, 3, let's bring your hands together. Can you get a little air here? Just finding a little bounce up and off your rebounder. Yeah. Just getting some lift up in your heart rate. This is all general bouncing goodness. Keep going. The sun just came through. He's so cute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it a little more narrow. Good. Let's finish with a little basic bounce. Feet hip width distance apart, as much or as little as you can, just to get that warmth happening. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just a high bounce, whatever you need. Side to side. All right, that feels a little better. We're starting to get warmer. How are you feeling? Let me know in the chat. My eyes are watering. It's so cold. All right, we're gonna work on our hips a little bit. We've gotten a little more warmth in our body. We wanna go into a hip hinge. So my legs are about hip width distance apart. Taking those index fingers, I'm gonna find the creases of my hips. And then we're just gonna take it forward into that flat back all the way side. It's right here. And then as we stand up, we're opening the hips forward, maybe a little glute engagement as we come up to the top. That might naturally happen. So we're just reaching forward. Find this stretch in your hamstrings all the way up. Now, I taught a little workshop a couple weeks ago in person. We were working on balance. And one of the things I did was I had one of the participants give me a little push from behind that I didn't see coming to show exactly this motion. Because if you can imagine, if for some reason you were pushed from behind or lost your balance or whatever it is, your hip flexors could serve as a pretty good strategy, a hip strategy is what we call it, to catch your balance. So we've talked about our ankles, we've talked about our hips, and these two pieces are really the ones that help us a lot physically in maintaining our balance. All right, last 2. All the way up. Good, and last one. All right, so we brought our torso to our legs, and now we're gonna bring our knees to our torso through a simple march. So just step, knee, knee. Now again, if this is too much for balance, you can bring it down to the ground just to work the knee hip fold, or you can just tap it. And maybe it'll be a little more hip flexor, or a little less hip flexor, but you'll still get the weight shift, yeah? Really important to get everything going. Yes, Splashy. Good. Keep it moving. Keep your spine nice and tall. Good. We'll go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now we're going to take it into a little step tap. Just tap the toe. Tap the toe. We are going to go through some balance challenges this morning, for sure. However, right now we're working on that weight shift, which on an unstable surface can definitely challenge your systems of balance. Let's tap our heel, heel, heel. And if you're in the mood to do more bouncing, you can always add a little jump to this one. It's a progressive class, so we always get there. But sometimes we take a moment to just find what we need to find, yeah? Good. All right, come back to center. Let's find that health bounce again. All right, pressing down through the bottoms of your feet. If you're ready, we can take it up into a bounce that leaves the mat. Yeah, we're gonna start to work a little bit on our core connection. We're gonna do that by a little hip twist. So when you're ready, you can either slide to center, or you can jump side to side. Good. All right, we're getting warmer. Good. One hip forward, then the other. Just getting some movement in your lower spine, movement in your hips, keeping your focus front as your body moves side to side. Good. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 4. Now you can stay with the center bounce, or you can take the center bounce out of it and just twist side to side. There we go. Soft knees, moving through your center. Just enjoying a little movement of that lower back, letting it Move and get warm, keeping your heels in connection with the mat every time you come down. That's it. Good. So I'm doing this kind of lollipop guild arm, but I'm going to change it up into just a little side to side. There we go. Let your breath go. Big inhales and exhales. Good. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just a little shift side to side. Just calming it down a bit. We're gonna add our resistance loop next. If you don't have a resistance loop, you can do all of these exercises without it. If you do, let's place it on. Now's a good time for a water break too if you need it. We're gonna go ahead and place it on while we're up here in a standing position. Please hold on to something. You need a little more support. We're gonna start with it right on the side of our outer thighs, okay? I don't see any new comments coming up, so I'm guessing we're all good. I'd like you to step to the back of your rebounder. Almost, if you're on a Bellicon, it's like your heels are on the tape around the back, and then we're gonna bend our knees, and I'm starting with a good amount of engagement, okay? We're gonna step forward with our right, our left, our right, our left. These are monster walks, and they're nice and simple. And if you've got a smaller rebounder, like this one is a 35, I think, 32 maybe. It's the smallest one I have, I think. It's okay to take smaller steps. You just want to feel the resistance as we move forward, shifting the weight and move back. And right now what we're trying to do is engage our outer thighs and our outer hip muscles, which are here to support us. So for the most part, we're upright. We're just moving and grooving. We're gonna do 4 more with the right foot leading, starting now. 4 and 3. Really looking for the bottom of the mat with your foot, like testing the waters. Where are you? Good. Other side, left. Good. Now, if you've got strong hips, you might not feel this right away. That's okay. You've been doing a lot of band exercises in physical therapy. You might not feel it right away, but now I'm feeling it. Quite a few repetitions will drive the point home. Good. We're gonna do a couple more here. Let's go. 4, 3, 2. Good. 1 more. And all the way back. All right, take a stand in the center of your rebounder. We're gonna work on our next system of balance, which is les yeux, the visual system. So I'd like you to take your right hand forward. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, is it gonna work on the... Sometimes the thumbs up will pop up, which is fun. Stare at your fingernail. Your shoulders, your hips are facing forward. We're gonna take that right thumb out to the side. I want you to track it with your eyeballs only, meaning don't turn your head, okay? Which is hard for me. Take it as far out to the side as you can. Stop when you can no longer do it without turning your head, and then bring it back. We're gonna do 4 times each side. I'm keeping my chin here because I'm a big old cheater, and I wanna get the most out of this one. So eyeballs following your thumbnail. No, this is not an exercise that makes you sweat. Yes, it is one that brings your brain online and will help your balance. We're gonna get back into the band exercises in just a second. Last one. All right, good. Blink your eyes, shake it out. If you get dizzy, if you feel like that makes you feel like, ugh, bring it down, do less. Eye stuff is neurological stuff. Neurological stuff can shake up your brain, and it's not dangerous. Just more along the lines of paying attention to what works for you. So let's take the other hand out, stare at your thumbnail. I'm gonna keep my chin still here. We're gonna take it over to the side. Follow with your eyes only. And you can go slower than me or faster than me. We're on an unstable surface, so it's very likely that our weight's gonna shift. And I just want you to be safe and aware. The goal of these eye exercises is to support and enhance your balance. Whoa. Not necessarily throw you off balance, although we'll probably explore a little of that. Let's do one more here. Good. All right, shake out your hands, blink your eyes, let that go. We're gonna come back to our banded exercises. Let's move over to the left side. So we just kind of hopefully woke up our eyes and broadened our perspective a little bit. Now we're gonna go back into and find the support of our outer thighs. So we're gonna shift to the side and back in. I want the majority of your work to be on that right leg, all the way back in. We'll do a couple more slow. Think leg, then shift the weight, all the way back in. So it's a strategy. Push the band, then stand on it. Come back, push it with your leg, then shift onto it. Great, let's pick up the pace, okay? Leg shift, all the way back. That's not really different. Shift, and back. I guess that's really the pace. Shift, because I want to feel that band first, yeah? We'll do a couple faster outer thigh movements in a moment. Can you bend your knees a little more? That can intensify it. Good. Shift over. Good. Couple more. Out. All right, so the last one, we're gonna stay out there. Shift press. Now we have equal weight. We're gonna do a little bend, little kick. Bend, kick. Still working the right leg against that band. When you kick this leg out, I want you to push the bungees down with your standing leg. Good. Push. Yeah. There they are. If you're feeling a lot in your hip flexors, give your tail a little bit of a drop. Imagine there's just a little weight pulling down on the tail. It can help. 8, 7. Are you breathing? It helps. Good. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me. 4, 3. We're working through all the systems of balance support today. Last one. Good. All right. All the time we want to just punch out those muscles we just worked, right? We're going to shift over to the right side. Now, we just worked both legs, so we're going to feel it a little more on the second side. Get your mental focus on. We're going to leg shift, pull it all the way back. Push the band, shift your weight, pull it all the way back. Push the band. Now, this is a moment where I'm feeling the challenge. And maybe the challenge for you is the muscles. Maybe it's just standing on the one leg altogether. Right now I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I probably could have chosen a tighter band, a heavier band. But instead of feeling like, oh, this is too easy, I'm just gonna try to stay and work on the confidence with the lighter weight. Because sometimes the lighter weight is what builds, what is the word? Glitch, adaptation from your mental space. Because sometimes if we think we're bad at balance, we just need an opportunity to be good at balance. And if that means less tension, so be it. All right, press it out all the way down. Little bend, and then little kick. Little bend. Oh, it's getting quivery on the left. And kick. Bend. And kick. Bend. And kick. I think I tried to pick a really calm playlist for balance because I know every time I teach a balance class, everybody freaks out. But remember, balance is dynamic. We should teach a class that's more about like coming to midline. But nobody really thinks about that. They just think about balance. We have 4 more. How are your hips? Little movements, big burn. Was that 4? I think I'm gonna do one more. All right, we got it. We're almost there. We're gonna shift over to the left. I'd like you to try to stand on your right foot. Again, if you need to do this one on the floor, no worries. We're gonna go ahead. If you have a T-bar too, that's a great balance tool. So I'm standing on my right, unlocking that right knee, and then the left foot is hanging on. If you don't have a band, that's okay. I'm gonna bring my arms out for balance. Make sure you can see your fingertips in your peripheral vision. Don't put them behind. Arms back, fall back, right? And then we're gonna do a little lift, touch. Little touch against the side of the rebounder. Please don't smash your ankle, okay? So this one is a little less about the push out and a little more about controlling the foot back in so you don't bruise your ankle bone on the side of your frame. How you doing? Yes, we have 8 more here. 8. Push through that heel. 6. I don't know what this dog's problem is, but he is judging me. I'm doing great. For 2, he'll come on camera at the end. 1, hold it here, don't give up. Reconnect to that standing foot. Bring that foot out if you can, or tap it into the side. Get confident, we're gonna pull those arms in. I'm not confident. Push out both legs on that band. Reach out on the diagonal, hold it. Hold it. Oh, it's a lot of standing leg work. For 4, we got it. 3, lift your chest. Zip through your center, find the support, and bring it all the way in. Ooh. Why do we all want to do that when it's over, huh? We will stretch it out at the end, I promise. We do have another side to do. Are you ready? I'm not. Okay. We're getting warmer. Stand on that left leg. Bend the knee, unlock the knee. Find that hug. Right now we're in inner thigh zone. Hold on to what you need to hold on to. Take your arms out to the side. Out and in. I always have to start out a little slower on the second side until I find it. Good. Never worry about the tempo. The tempo is a tool to help push you out of your comfort zone, but if it's pushing you out of the entire exercise, then that's not the tool for you today, right? All right. Now I often find myself shifting to my toes. So I'm really trying to push down through my heel because I want that hip to kick in. I got bigger muscles on your glutes than in your front of your hip. So you want to ask those big ones to help out, yeah? All right. Keep breathing. Keep the faith. We go 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Find it. Pull those arms in, keep your leg covered or hug it against the frame. When you're ready, find that diagonal balance. We go for 8, 7, choreography. 4, 3, 2, and uno. Let's take this band off. My goodness. All right, we're gonna click into a little core work with our small dumbbells. Soup can, anything you got that's just a little bit of a weighted piece, a small animal, yeah. Even something like a soccer ball that has like, it's about maybe ½ pound, a pound, that can be really helpful here. So I've got my 3-pound dumbbells, and I'm just gonna take 2 of them to begin. We're gonna get real close into the frame with our calves. So I want you to hug in. That'll help you get up and get down. In the event that you're not working great with the dumbbells, just put them down and use your hands on the frame. Also, you don't have to go all the way back, okay? So we're gonna hold them out at chest level. We're gonna roll back. Just look for the place where you feel like you've still got it. If you're like, then you've gone too far, okay? And then we're gonna roll all the way up. Come on, up to the top. So curl your tail under, hug your heels into that frame. Think of reaching your knees long. Reach those weights. They should help you counterbalance and get up a little taller, yeah? That's it. Reach them out and away from you. The closer the weights come to your body, the more you have to control through your abdominal muscles on the way down. We want to get them really reaching Push down into the bungees. Good. Now here's the deal. These bungees on your rebounder, a little more than the springs if you're working with a rebounder or springs, those are your weights, those are your resistance. So as you're rolling down, you want to push your back body into them, give us all your weight, try to press those bungees down, and then pull all the way up. Do y'all notice that I talk a lot more when it gets harder? It's a teaching strategy. We're almost there. Curl it up. We have 2 more, all right? We can do it. Let's go. Curl it back. Press down and through. Reach it forward. All the way up to the top. And rest. This is when 3 pounds gets a little bit heavier than some of us want it to be. All right. We're going to work on our obliques. Let's take our arm out to the side. If you need to bend it in or hold it here, that's okay as well. So we got one arm out to the side, one arm forward. We want to do exactly the same exercise we just did. Feeling that arm pulling to the side and then reaching forward. So it's challenging us to be off balance. You're probably going to feel a little more in one side versus the other. But right now, it's just about getting a little bit more connection. We won't do quite as many as we did a moment ago. So try to stay with me. Roll it down, reach it forward, curl it up. Good. Let's go 2 more times. Bring it on down. Good. And last one. I love rolling down on a rebounding mat. As long as you kind of work that give, good, rest. Get more support, I think, than the hard floor, you know? One arm out to the side, still keeping this dumbbell arm in your peripheral. Let's roll it down. And again, if you're going back a couple inches, that's fine. You want to be working your ability. Ooh, that's it. Keeping your shoulders and hips square, trying to balance. Not be pulled too much in one direction or the other. Drop that beat. All right, I know it, guys. I understand. Couple more. Actually, yeah, just 2. I was thinking of rolling my hips to my ribs. And then my ribs to my hips. Bring that weight forward and just come on down to your back. All the way down. All right. Make sure your head's supported either on your mat. You can always put a mat on top of your rebounder too if you need to. And we're going to walk our feet up on top. Hold on to your sides of your frame. Bring your legs to tabletop. You can also keep them down. And then we're just going to do a little rotation. So drop your knees. Say over to the left to begin, and then press the waist down to come back into the mat. So why are we spending all this time on our core and our abdominals and our back muscles? Well, you guessed it. Core work, core strength is central to our ability to pull ourselves back together. Last night in class, somebody said to me, you know, I thought of you because I had one of those slow motion slips on the ice, but I didn't fall. And I love that. Said I was all over the place. You know, we've all seen it in the movies. We've all lived it too, where it's like, whoa, 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 and then you're fine. And that's my goal. Like, you can't avoid the ice all the time, but if you can avoid the fall, then we're good. All right, one more time. Over to the side. Come back to the center. Lower your legs for a second. I'm used to the bigger rebounder. All right, we're gonna bring that weight up. I've got it in, as I'm mirroring you, I've got it in my left hand. And I'm gonna hold it out like it's a chest fly. So again, it's just a tiny, it's 3-pound weight. If it gets too much for your shoulder, just do it with the arm itself. I'm gonna bring the other one up to the sky. Another option is to hang on to the frame if you need to. So I'm gonna have one fist and one weight, and then I'm going to bring both legs up to tabletop. Another option is to keep the same side leg down as the arm with the weight. And what I'm going to do is flex the feet and send that left leg out, and then switch. Coming in to the side with the weight, with the dumbbell. We want to keep our ribs heavy into the mat. We want to keep our pelvis heavy into the mat. And we're just challenging our ability to stay grounded and centered. Not rolling over to the side with the weight, which is super hard. Good. As we switch legs. We'll see this come into play when we come to standing again in just a second. Keep your breath going. Always think of those ribs and hips kind of staying in a conversation. Good. Make sure your elbow is slightly bent so you're not locking it out. We're gonna go for 4 more switches. 3, you got it. 2, lots of hip work today, huh? 1, good, bring it all the way in. Carefully bring that weight in. Who made this class up? I don't even know. It was me. All right, let's get ready for the other side. Tabletop legs. Take that arm out to a fly with the weight. Weight's in your opposite hand. Make a fist with the other one. Let's start with the opposite leg out. Press through your hips, press through your ribs, and switch. I'm just pointing my feet this time for a little variety. Reach. Now, if you're reaching your legs low and your back's arching off the mat, then try to take them a little higher. That might be too much for the level of strength you have to keep that torso connected. I'm just thinking of making an impression of my hips and ribs against the mat the whole time. Keep on breathing. Yep, our balance challenge is coming up to standing. I hope you're ready. Good. 2 more. Good. And last one. Good. Bend both knees and bring the arm up. Let's find our heels, if you can, on the frame. If you need to take it down to the mat, that's okay. We're going to do a little bridging here, just to open our hips up at the top. Just a little stretch up to the top. I'm pressing down through the frame, pressing up through my hips, and then just roll down. Trying to get that stretch along the front of your legs. Let's do it a couple more times. Open your chest, press your shoulders back, your heels down. And again, some of us, I'm pretty tall, I would say. 5'7", almost 5'8". I used to be 5'8", and then I got old. And I started to shrink. What the heck? But I'm still very tall in personality and energy. But all I'm saying is the mat is not always made for everybody. So the rebounder mat. Last one. Good. All right, listen, bring your knees into your chest, rock yourself up to a seated position. How are we doing? Let's get ready to come back up on our rebounder. We're gonna do some balance challenges. We've got one more eye movement exercise and then a little bouncing, and we'll be good to go. So when you're ready, bring yourself all the way up and find that hip width distance apart. Whoa. Sometimes after you work all these systems of balances, you have to reorient yourself. Think about it. If you walk around like this a lot and then you work your posture support, your brain has to figure out where it is in space. So we're going to go back to this thumb exercise, and this time instead of just your eyeballs, we're going to turn your whole head to follow your thumb, okay? So it's right out in front of you, and keep your shoulders facing forward as you turn your head, and then track it. Now the goal here is to use your weight shifts as much or as little as you need to, and then really allow your head to turn. So if you can't turn your neck to keep following that thumbnail, then don't bring your thumb as far over to the side. This is helping us to expand our visual field. Often it helps us integrate everything we've done into a way that helps us find our balance. All right, blink those eyes, shake it out. Let's go the other side. Bring it up in front of you, and then here we go. Whoa. This way is always very fun for me, so I'm just embracing the wobble, as we say. Trying to keep my head moving. I'm trying to keep that focus right on my thumbnail, not getting distracted by all of my pictures of my baby on the wall. He's so old now. I don't really know, like, when you have family pictures on the wall, are you supposed to adultify them? Are you supposed to change them out as your kids get older? I like looking at the baby face. Good. All the way back. All right. Shake it out. Okay, everybody. We're going to go into our last and final balance challenge. No band, no nothing, just you and your mat. Let's find a nice about hip width distance apart. We're going to lift up on your right heel and make sure you're really in the center. I'm going to take my hands to my hips for the beginning, and I'm going to take my foot forward to the edge of my mat. You can also go to the edge of your frame if that's more comfortable for you. I want you to unlock that standing knee, pull yourself together, find all those muscles we warmed up throughout class, and then we're just going to flex our foot and touch it down. This is just the beginning. Flex it up, touch it down. Nice and easy. We're going to be wobbling. Embrace it. Do whatever you need to do to keep yourself centered. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about your ability to come back online, not about your setback rate, but about your comeback rate. Okay, pull it up. Place it down. Now, if this is working well for you, I want you to stay with this one for today. Let's stay with the exercise variation that helps you feel confident. If you feel pretty good about this one, like you're ready for a challenge, I'm going to invite you to take your arms out to the side, flex your foot up, and then from here, we're just going to lift the knee up, down, up, and down. If you need to tap down, you can. Okay? Good. Lift and lower. You got it. Give me 4 more here. 4. I see some comments. I'll go read them in a second. 2 and 1. Now, from here, can you float this leg over to the side? I'm tapping to the side of the frame. If you're staying down, you're just going to flex and touch. Flex and touch. If you're balancing, I want you to bend, reach. Bend and reach. Okay, here we go. Bend and reach. The arm choreography is definitely gonna be something. So let it be as creative as you need it to be as the legs start to wobble. Good. That's it. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back around to the front. Let's tap it down, get our bearings for a moment. We're going to go into one final balance. Hopefully I'm not going to kick through the plants. We're going to bring our knee up. Find that balance with your leg as close to 90 degrees at the hip as you can. Reach your arms out to me. We're going to work that hip hinge that we did at the very beginning. Bring that leg back. Take it back behind you. Hinge at your hips. Your back is flat. Your spine is long. You're reaching towards the frame. If you can get close, you can find that frame and ground yourself. Big stretch for your leg. Kick your back heel up. Lift your chest. Press down through your supporting leg. Come to hover. Good. Find it. Lots of wobbling here is absolutely normal. Reach your arms up. Last balance for this side. Take it out. Tap it down if you need to. Good. 4, 3, 2, and come all the way up. Good. Give yourself a little health bounce. Shake it out. Nice work. All right. If it didn't go perfectly, we're going to let that go. We're going to be all right with that. Remember, the whole is more than the sum of its parts. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Yes. All right, let's get ready for the other side. Shift your weight down. I start with my hands on my hips to just kind of feel everything pulling together. Find the frame. Unlock your standing leg. flex and point. Tap, flex, tap. You got it. Good. Flex. I'm breathing. We're breathing. That's it. We go 4, 3. Again, if you're good with this one, stay with this variation. If you want to upgrade, then go ahead and pick it up. Lift and lower. As high or as slow as you can. If you got to tap down to find your bearings, go for it. Don't forget about your eyes. Sometimes honing in on a single spot can do it. Sometimes expanding your vision can really help you. Yeah. Good. 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to take it out to the side, okay? So sweep it out there if you've got that balance. Up and down or flex and point. There we go. It takes a lot of courage to get on live streaming and mess up a balance exercise, just saying. But I don't judge you, and I hope you don't judge me, and that's our community here. Some of us need a little extra help on that other side. Last one. All right, bring it back around to the front. Leg as high as you can to 90 degrees. Reach your arms overhead. We're going to get ready for that hip hinge again. It's our final challenge. Hinge at your hips. Now, I know some of you are tuning in towards the end of class, and I appreciate your enthusiasm. Reach down and touch your frame if you can to dive right in. But just know, if it's not going well for you in the balance, we did a lot of warming up before this one, all right? Bend your knee. I think I'm gonna hit a plant down. We'll be all right. Oh, let's try that again. Lift your chest. Pull it together. Come on, Jenna. Come on, friends. Yeah. All right, find your diagonal. Reach it out. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and all the way up. How did you do? All right, get that health bounce going again. Let's just clear it out with a little bouncing as we finish up right on time. All right, bend your knees. You can either stay connected to the mat or take it into a basic bounce. Pull, pull. Good, stay in that basic bounce. Oh, good morning, Tracy. Oh yeah, I'm glad y'all got nice and warm. Thank you, Joy. Good. All right, we're gonna go from this basic into just rebounding, open, close, out and in. We're very cold, but we're actually feeling better. I think I may have even broken a sweat this morning. Just enjoy yourself as we finish. Good. For 2, let's take it into a little jog. Jog, finishing up. If you want to stay and do a little more, I want to encourage you to stay and do a little more. If you're good to go, then you're good to go. Flashing nose, it's like this dog has an internal timer. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on, we know you're better at stretching. Hey, come here. Flash. Whoa, come here. Come. Flashlight. And he's gone. All right, let's go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and give me a high bounce. We got to the end of our playlist. That means we're all good to go. I want to thank so many of you for tuning in with me today. Let's calm it down a little. Just find your way back to your health bounce. It's always a good way to finish it out. And listen, if you found some benefit of the eye movements or the hip movements or the ankle movements, try to work those into your week. You know, my best and thing that no one wants to hear as a board certified health coach and long-term fitness instructor, expert. I'm an expert. Darn it. I do everything while brushing my teeth, putting my makeup on. I do my ankle work. I do my eye work, all of it. It gets it done. It's there. I'm going to show up to that sink every single morning. And it's a really great way to work on all these systems of balances. So be sure to step carefully down. And then I always think it's a great time to just like see what happens. I always find coming off the rebounder, it's like the balance is right there. Now, one system of balance we didn't talk about was our vestibular system, and that's our inner ear. And while you and I aren't going to have a whole lot of direct influence on our inner ear other than kind of challenging ourselves to move off center and back off onto center and just being aware of working on unstable surfaces, those things we did absolutely help us to be agile, adaptable to our environment. It's not about being perfect, it's about having choices. So when we've got all our systems of balance online, it just means we have more things to choose from, right? Uh, Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. for our class number 2 and our beginner step aerobics. Again, it's beginner. It is not super duper intense. I won't call it easy because we're working cardio, but it's not confusing. So I want you to think about joining. If you missed the first class, it's already up on the feed. Flash, you gonna? No, he's gone. Sorry, y'all. He didn't want to do it today. Maybe next week. All right, take good care. Stay warm, everybody. Hydrate after this class. Come back, do it again. Like, follow, subscribe, all the things. And I will see you very, very soon.